Greetings, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we check out another indie game. This time we're looking at Sulfur. This game is the breakout title by small developer Perfect Random, and it's one of the most fun roguelike games I've recently played. And as you know, I play quite a few. The game takes place in a Lovecraftian universe, with us controlling a preacher who has been lost in this other world after his church was destroyed by an evil witch. With your faith failing you, you'll need to rely on a cast of quirky survivors along with good old-fashioned firepower as you shoot your way to freedom. Now, the game isn't very heavy on story or lore, but what it does have is a quirky sense of humour, an excellent art style, and a huge range of weapons and items to find. This is a real sleeper hit, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. So we're going to check out my progress so far as we delve into the world of Sulfur. Welcome to the Original Sin. This place is a safe haven where we can rest, relax and rearm for our next adventure into the otherworld. Now, there are a number of other survivors staying here, and all of them have their own backstories as well as their own abilities and goods that we can purchase. Ralphie, for example, is a weaponsmith, and we're going to be using her skills to keep our items and our guns in tip-top condition. Now, you may notice I've got a bit of a police theme here. It's because I found a police officer who unfortunately had fell in battle. We managed to salvage most of his weapons and armor, and this little auto mag and the pump action shotgun have been serving me pretty well. Now, Buddy Stiffleg is a weapon dealer, and I am going to purchase some shells and get rid of some of my junk. There we go. And I'm going to purchase some 9mm ammo as well. Looking good. Okay, we're rearmed, our weapons are repaired, it's time to jump back into the abyss. Now, this is a huge game. My goal is to at least make it to the first Guardian. Take him out, earn a bit of money, make it out in one piece. Now, most of the enemies we'll fight in the caves are goblins. Nothing too big, nothing too dangerous. This first area is an excellent primer to the game. Oh, and a good reminder to keep yourself on the move and watch your surroundings. Now, enemies can attack you at any time, and some of them have some really nasty abilities, some of which we're going to learn soon. And as you can see, my health, even with the police armor, is not very substantial. We'll be getting better armor later on. Oop, I've taken a few hits, but that's okay. I came prepared. Most of the enemies in the first few levels are easy pickings. We do have our trusty katana. And later on we're going to get our hands on more heavy duty stuff. Okay, so next we're up against more goblins. Now you do need to keep an eye out because there are some really dangerous enemies down here. But these goblins, easy pickings for my trusty katana. They're going down real quick. Take all that. And we want to try and search every nook and cranny. There are hidden crates, false walls, all that good stuff. I mean, we want to try and get as much ammo as we can too. Although most of the time you will be having to purchase your ammo. Okay. Next level's over here. Now you have hunters, invisible enemies, demons, ghosts, all that good stuff. I'm trying to save ammo where I can. And you may notice that there aren't any healing items in the traditional sense. You heal from eating food. Nothing personal, goblins. And we can see that the goblins, when they get desperate, they're not above eating each other. And don't worry, we'll be meeting some of the more traditional Lovecraftian monsters soon. Now what we're mainly on the lookout for is anything in the way of boxes. You can find weapon crates, you can find barrels that you can break open. But really the weapon crates are what we're after. Occasionally you will find... Whoa, oh no. Doggies, my worst enemy. Ooh. Okay, now I took a bit of a spill there, but thankfully you don't die when you fall down in the game. It will take a hefty chunk of your life though. Ooh. Okay, let's go see what's behind that fake wall. The trusty grenade. I always try and keep a couple of these on me. And we found an armor item, which is not as good as my police armor. You want to try and find the sets of armor when you can. Armor sets have set bonuses, and the armor sets are also very, very potent. This police armor gives me a huge bonus to pistols. Okay, here we go. So what we found here is a cooking pot, and we can experiment finding different recipes. In this case, I've already got a couple on lock. Combine a stick and 3 mushrooms, and you get a mushroom on a stick, or a mushroom skewer. You can also put in 9 mushrooms in here, including some poison ones. So this is a good way to get rid of poison mushrooms as well, to make a plate of fried mushrooms. Beautiful. And we're just going to get rid of all of these poison mushrooms, put them in with some good ones, and boom. Now, unfortunately, this does take up a lot of space in your inventory, so you want to try and keep an eye out for these pots. I don't have enough. No, not enough to make another one. That's okay. We can combine some potatoes to make some mash. There we go. So I'm gonna smash one down now. Beautiful. On to the next level. Now, when you die, you lose everything in your inventory, so you want to be really careful to only... Well, you never want to die, but try and die... In this case, that was a really bad spawn point. I literally... Oh, what a save! What a save, son! I literally just swam up a waterfall. So I spawned here, right on the edge of the cliff, and just dropped straight off, so... Not ideal. I wouldn't call that a bug, but it's definitely probably a UI or a placement issue for you spawning. Probably shouldn't spawn right next to a cliff. But it was a good opportunity for me to do a very nice save. So we're going to call that a win. Okay, so we've got a pack of enemies here. I'm going to try and find some high ground. No. When you're getting mobbed by these guys, you want to try and find somewhere where you can do something like this. Oh, too many. Serpentine. Run. Thankfully, these guys don't have any pew of their own, or I'd be in some trouble here. Ooh. Get wrecked, son. Now, there's a really nice piece of head armor, but again... Oh no. Oh, that's a ghost. Oh, you sneaky bugger. Got me while I was in the inventory. You can see how quickly she drained my health. Oh. Now, obviously, the deeper you get into the dungeon, the more the enemies become more vicious and aggressive, so... Even though this is the first part of the game, that was a weapon crate, so we can... The weapon we got, unfortunately, is a pretty ordinary shotgun. It's actually a triple shot shotgun. That's nice and all, but one shot and it's out of ammo. I'd rather something with a bit more control, like my classic pump action. So let's see if we can... Oh, we can... do some more cooking, which we're going to need. Beautiful. Okay. Nice try, scrub. We've had a few close calls. Of course, we want to try and avoid dying at all costs, because this is what I'm carrying in equipment is quite good. It's a fair way off the starting equipment, if you know what I mean. Okay. Nope, we can't cook anything. We'll press on. Now these are very big levels, and that's why I've... Ooh. You can't take a lot of damage, but I'm trying to save what ammo I can by fighting enemies with my trusty katana. combat boots. Now that is really handy. Not only does this increase my max speed, it also increases my armor. So, I mean, I think that is actually better than what I'm using. It increases my accuracy and decreases weapon weight. Yeah, much better. Now there are some more dangerous enemies that will be coming up very soon. Let's just say that I'm not the only person down here searching for fortune and glory. And you have to keep in mind too the Lovecraftian entities that are awaiting us down here. Now each level does have a little bit of elements of parkour into it. Jumping around, trying to get to the different ledges and see if there's hidden stuff you can steal for yourself. And this is the holy grail of loot. Just making sure everything's dead before I try and open it. Oh, is that what I think it is? That's a 9mm rifle. Oh, we got to try this. We've got to try this. Oh, it's a single shot. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be very good. I mean, we'll give it a try. I got Mr. Pumpy the pump action, so I'm not too stressed. But I found one thing in this game is that most of the enemies are kind of constantly running up on you. So shotguns, SMGs, automatic weapons of any description, kind of the order of the day. It means that most rifles are, at least in the early game, are not really something you want to... Something killed everything in here. That concerns me a little bit. So we've got a dead dog, and those hellhounds are one of the most dangerous enemies in the early game. Something was strong enough to wipe them out. I'm a little worried. Okay, let's cook some more food. Beautiful. Now you can already see my inventory is getting full, and we've only just got a few necessities on. It's not like I'm carrying a ton of stuff. Let's try this out. I mean, it's got a bit of punch to it. Not a big fan of a bolt action though. I'll sell it. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth a fortune. Weapons in this game very, 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 very lucrative to sell and very expensive to repair. Speaking of weapons, here's my buddy, the salesman. So we can actually sell him this, and it's worth, 700 beans. Very nice. I'm going to sell this mask as well. I don't really need it. And my old shoes, I think, can go. Beanie's nice, but my armor is just too good at the moment. So, and I am going to sell this shotgun because a single shot shotgun's going to get me killed. So we've got a ton of ammo now, a ton of money. We can purchase some shells, purchase some 9mm. He doesn't have anything else. I mean, these are all 5.56 guns, and at the moment, 5.56 ammo is not exactly cheap. Once we get to the later part of the game, also the 5.56 ammo can be used in assault rifles rather than submachine guns. Like a 5.56 submachine gun's probably at this point in the game, I'm probably just going with better off going with the 9mm. We'll continue on. mean, I'm not poor, but also, given what we're up against, probably don't need super powerful weapons right now. I'm happy to stick with what works. Okay, we've got a wall that's busted there, but I don't have any explosives to blow it out, unfortunately. So we are going to have to leave that loot behind. Hand grenades and explosives in this game are very rare. Now, one thing I have to mention is a couple of issues with the game, and you may notice the game's starting to chug. The game does have some performance issues. Particularly in the big areas, if you're up against a lot of enemies and there's a lot of movement, the game kind of chugs, so it does need some more optimization. It's not game breaking, but in some of the big fights, if you're up against a lot of enemies, you will notice a drop in frame rate, and quite a substantial one at that. Now, all these open areas, I always get a little nervous because there could be hunters, there could be Lovecraftian entities, or a sight. Oh, yeah, that a 2x zoom. That has got to go on the pistol. That's just, oh, that is just perfect. That's exactly what I've been looking for. So this is going to increase critical hit damage and also increase the chance I can get hits in, because now I've got a proper sight. Hot pot, very nice. We can chuck that onto our... That's going to be very, very good. A nice healing item in case I get hit pretty hard. Yeah, most of these guys, pretty easy pickings, the goblins. But we're not going to be up against those for long. I'm going to have to find something maybe a little more dangerous to test my new toy on. Okay, I've got some more healing items. I'm going to patch myself up. Speaking of which, oh, that is way easier. And now I can probably take on the archers. I can. This sight can let me shoot the archers down. It seemed... Oh, wow, there's been a huge fight here. So the enemies... Yeah, they've been infighting. They killed the dogs for me. Nice. So the various breeds, it's just a nice touch in the game. Various enemy breeds, they don't necessarily get along. The dogs tend to fight with the goblins. Goblins also not a big fan of other human survivors. There are some hostile survivors. We will inevitably run into them. They're very well armed, very dangerous. Many of them carry high-powered rifles. Not a fan of being beamed in the head with a 5.56 round. Oh, this is way better. Okay, we can probably eat... Yeah, let's... eat that. We're finding a lot of good supplies here. If I can find a cooking pot, we can make some more healing stuff. Now you may notice that our weapons have a status bar on them as well. Weapons can individually level up. Something you definitely want to focus on if you can. Pick a weapon you like, or type of weapon. Now, do you want a big heavy revolver that kills everything in one shot, you can do that. Do you want an auto mag or a semi-auto pistol like me? Do you want a big honking rifle? You can have a 50 cal anti-tank rifle if you want. The game does give you that choice. There we go, there's another human hunter. So obviously they've had a bit of a fight here. And this hunter's come off second best. Is that a... Oh, it's a cactus. Okay, I'm full health. What can I drop? Maybe we'll drop this. I'll drop this stick. Okay. I'll go check out this hunter. Oh, nothing useful. Okay, finally we made it. Now these are usually guarded, but oh, here we go. I knew they wouldn't place it. They wouldn't place this without a few guards. This is the shrine where we can charge our talisman. And the talisman will let us go home. Obviously, I'm not doing that yet. Have a chat to this nice old lady, or seemingly nice old lady. You know I rarely leave the comfort of my woods. The storm will be here in the morning, and I'm afraid my meek shelter won't stand a chance, therefore I stand before you. An old woman begging, will you give me shelter and protect my brittle bones? In return, I will place my blessings upon you and your house. Let me in and spare the howling wind. Now, it doesn't matter what we put. Obviously, we have to say yes. So she's protecting our village in exchange for shelter. So we're going to head into the next area. Again, I'm going to try and get to the boss. That's my goal. Now we've got a fair bit of money here. We've done really well in this run. $1,600, nothing to sneeze at. We might be able to purchase something with a bit more punch. Maybe a bigger shotgun. Who knows, I may even be able to upgrade our current arsenal with some elemental effects. Because magic is a thing in this game. It's not in the traditional sense. We're not going to be casting magical spells. But we can imbue our weapons with elemental damage. Or maybe getting an upgrade for this shotgun so I can carry more than 6 shells. That would really help right now. Oh, don't know where he came from. Got me in the back. We're gonna run out of time. Go auto mag. There are advantages to having a pistol with 30 rounds in the chamber. And then this guy uses poison, so let's be careful. There are elite versions of enemies that do huge damage. Oh, there's what I'm after. Beautiful. So we cook those. Cook these. And some egg and potato. Very nice. Oop, and one more skewer. Beautiful. That sorted our health supply problem. And I can steal all of these. More goodies. I mean, I might as well. Healing items in the early part of the game aren't too much of a problem. It's kind of once you get into the city where you have to worry about it. I did want to show you later in the game. Unfortunately, the developer did do a patch, and I did lose my progress. But I can't be angry because the developer did explicitly state that that would be a thing. Oh, what is this? I mean, I've got to have me that. Yes, please. That looks like a bolt action. I mean, it's obviously a bolt action rifle. I just want to know what type it is. It's a very big bolt action rifle. 7.62. I mean, we got to try it. You know we got to try it. Oh, it's a semi-auto. Oh, but you can't reload it. Like, you have to empty the mag. Yeah. That's not a big deal. I mean, it's obviously going to be a lot more powerful than my current setup. I can't help but think it's overkill, though. But I'm taking it. That is an exploding guy. The one's in red, so we're just gonna hang back here. Very far away. You can see he went up like a Roman candle. That I would have been splattered all over the landscape. He had hit me. Ooh. Let's not do that again, shall we? I can't help myself. I have to give this rifle a try. Oh, this is a good gun. And the reload time's not that. Like, it's pretty acceptable. And it's not like this is going to burn through ammo at the same rate as other guns. Because it's semi. Okay, but that's a nice find. Okay, nothing good up there. This is a nice little piece. And I've been picking up a ton of 7.62. I just didn't have a gun to use it, so. The only problem is I've found that 99% of the time, you're dealing with enemies up in your face. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm always trying to fight with enemies up in my business. So I'm going to be needing something like a shotgun. That and shotgun ammo is like half the price of anything else. That was a hunter. So we've got some human flesh. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but I'll take it just in case. Just in case you decide to get up again. You can tell the hunter's been here. Look at this. Absolutely shredded everything in his path. Now we're up against the boss now, so I'm definitely going to get myself some healing. And we're going to set this up. Beautiful. Boss time. Now, fortunately, we had to deal with the boss and also the game's performance drops. But pistol time. Now, most of the enemies all have attack patterns. So you want to try and master them where you can. I mean, you can even fight this guy with a sword if you want, if you're feeling brave. Jump the attacks. Now, I wouldn't obviously be doing this against 3 of them, but oh, that could be handy. Carrying too much stuff, though. Okay, what I'll do is eat these. Oh man, it's huge. Okay. That's gonna be one that. Oh yeah, I can't. It's too big. Ah, it's terrible. It's like marginally better than what I'm using. Chamber. Oh yes, we definitely need this. This will let you change the type of ammo the gun uses. So this means I can change something to 7.62. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but I'm going to take it. I mean, 7.62 is not a great ammunition type to use, but I'll take it. I mean, why not? So we took out the first boss in the game. Let's do one more level. We'll make it down to level 7. Because we can. Oh, look at this. I'm being spoilt. Got another sight. So this is a reflex sight. That would have been better for the pistol, to be honest, but that's okay. We can probably put on the shotgun. I mean, yeah, we'll hang on to it. This is nice and all, but a reflex sight probably would have been better. Now, once you put a expansion or an upgrade on a gun, it's permanent. So, yeah, unfortunately, I can't really do much. All this stuff is good. I don't want to sell any of it. It's all good. We're going to have to hang on to it. Have you got any ammo? Yes. 9mm. I need the space. It's okay. We'll sell one of those. Take the 9mm. Take the shotgun ammo. Beautiful. Now I'm carrying a lot of ammo, but this thing burns through ammo. And we're kind of reaching the point where I need to start using weapons a bit more aggressively. Oh. Oh no, we've got a wizard. So those wizards they're similar to the other enemies in that they can freeze you. The problem wasn't I bought too much ammo, the problem was I didn't bring in enough. Oh, it's a party. I'm very happy about this scope. So we just burnt through about 150 bullets there. You can see why I brought so much firepower with me. Probably should have pulled the rifle out. I'm trying to conserve it. Oh, there we go. I didn't know you could do that. That's the fun of the game. That as you go, you'll experiment, find new recipes. And some of them are fantastic. Some of them give you a huge amount of health. Okay, I'm full health, so I can't really... That's 15 health. Now, I'm curious about once we hit the 7th area of the caves, like, are we going to hit another boss? Who knows? Okay, we're up against another special guy. Let's hang back a bit. Ouch. Yeah, those poison attacks are really nasty. We're running out of space to move. Ouch. As you can see, the enemies are getting far more aggressive now. Yeah, I didn't bring enough ammo. Seriously, if there's another shop here, I may need to go and buy more, because it's taking a good solid amount of hits. 6 or 7 shots to down most of these guys, which means a 30-round magazine just doesn't, just may not be cutting it. I may need to swap to something a little bit more. I have got that 7.62 rifle on me. We'll see if things get any more dire. I may swap to that. Yeah, my inventory's totally full. Yeah, usually about after the first boss, obviously there's going to be a huge leap in difficulty. Christmas spice. Okay, that could be a nice cooking ingredient. I don't know what I can use it on, but oh, now I need a way. I wish I could pick these damn things up. What more wizards? explodey boys too. Nice try, bruz. Now, retrospect, I probably could have used the explodey guy to blow the wall up. We've got a fair amount of money. Let's, one more level. Big as I can. And then we're probably going to have to go back just to rearm. And I'm down. I was carrying over 100 shells at one point. We're burning through them. I have 400 bullets. It's gone. I'm hoping we can find another vendor here. How much ammo have I got for the... Oh yeah, I've got 200 rounds for this thing. I should try it. Okay, looks like this is the boss. Must be my cousin's birthday. Juicy with the skin that goes snap. I've never made it this far before. I made it to the city. Like, there was a city level and this boss wasn't in. Oh, I guess. I'm glad I brought this thing. Ouch. Okay, we just have to keep moving. Come at me, bruh. Okay, so I have to shoot the gaps in the mud. Oh, man. This is a bit cheap. I can kind of sneak in here and... No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, center of mass, center of mass. These attacks do a lot of damage. I'm going to have to be careful here. Smash down the skewer. Ooh! Oh, nice try. Come at me, Brett. Auto mag for the win, baby. Woo! That was actually a pretty tough boss fight. And that is a ton of money. I'm glad I kept a nice supply of healing on me. I think yeah, I put a bit of a dent in my healing supplies. I'm really glad I picked this thing up. I don't think the shotgun would have cut it in that boss fight. And after this, I'm definitely keeping this. Oh, I missed a few boxes. Damn. Yeah, this is my new favorite gun. I'm gonna have to find some upgrades for it. I think we're back at town. We did it. We made it back home. So we actually completed the first section of the game in one piece. Let's go talk to my boy. Anything new? Hey, you haven't dug me up. I made it through. So when we die, he's the grave digger. He digs us out of this hole. Let's go and check on... Yeah, this gets... We're going to need to make some major repairs. Our weapons took one gigantic beating. Let's repair everything. And with that, we've completed the first section of the game. Now, I would like to keep playing, but obviously there's a lot more to go. And we've actually cleared the first section here. I haven't seen this before. So this is the trapdoor that we were seeing in our visions. But thankfully, due to our efforts, we've reclaimed the church. There is no more eldritch abominations in here. So that was a really nice finish to a long video. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do I like this game? Well, yes, very much so. This is a really challenging game, surprisingly challenging game. It's got some really nice roguelike mechanics. It's a little less unforgiving than some of the other roguelike games I've played. The difficulty isn't as crazy high, but I think it's nice to have a game that is a little more relaxing than some of the other roguelikes where you're dying dozens of times. With that being said, obviously I did die a few times getting this arsenal in my hands. So yeah, the early game is pretty rough and you are going to die a little bit, but this is definitely a little bit more casual than your other roguelike games. So if you are looking for something a little bit more chill and you like your Lovecraft like me and you're looking for something with, maybe a bit of a sense of humor, it's not as dark and gritty as a lot of the other roguelike games. Go and check this game out. A big fan of the developers. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do next. So as usual, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully you join me next time when we check out another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.